I'm gonna go ahead and record. All right. What up? What up? We back with another episode of the Rick and Jordy podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half of the host, Rick. What's
All
going
right.
on, y'all?
What up? What up? What up? So, we got to talk a little bit, and we were discussing a little bit about a video and then also a movie. But we'll start first with the video that we were watching. There's multiple videos about it. Neuralink. Neuralink. So I wanna just let me just go ahead and pull up exactly what it is, because I don't really wanna misspeak. But let me see. Okay, so
Sure.
Neuralink, this is just based off of Google, So Neuralink's goal with this human trials is to eventually enable a person with paralysis to use a computer or phone with their brain activity alone. So that's just a short description of it. So Neuralink is this idea from Elon Musk to be able to
Elon
have
Musk.
to be able to have an implant in a person's brain to utilize for people with paralysis and things like that, to be able to give them function of limbs. It almost sounds like cyborg, but
Okay, yeah.
but I
I
want to
mean, to
ask.
keep it a buck,
Yeah.
if we gonna get down to the
What
but
did you
go.
think? What did you think about it? No, what did you think about that? Go ahead.
It definitely, I like you said, cyborg. First thing that popped into my mind was cyborg from Teen Titan, bro. So half the body robot, half the body human, or whatever. And yeah, and then just going from there, it's like that's just thinking that in and of itself is wild. But yeah, that was my immediate thought when the video first started.
So it's apparently it's been like studied and tested for a while now, because they apparently just got approved for human trials. So that means this has been going on for a minute, because I don't know how all that stuff works. That's too sciencey for me. But like they have to go through all these trials like that. I guess they do, like, their research, and they go through like maybe some type of animal trial or whatever, things
Mhm.
like that. They had I didn't watch the video. I should have sent you that video. So there was a video, and I need to watch it too. I guess they have a chimp maybe that has the
Okay.
implant, and it was playing Minecraft. Now
Oh,
I didn't see how it went. That's why I should have watched that video. I missed it. So, but if you're viewing and you're interested in that, go look at that and then see what you think. But yeah, so apparently they had a chimp playing Minecraft with that implant in his head.
yeah.
Question. Question.
So the chimp playing my like, what was the implant? What was it doing in that situation?
I, I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Okay,
I
okay,
should have.
yeah,
I
okay,
should have watched.
okay.
I'm. I'm.
You
I'm
can say that.
assuming. I'm assuming it was. I'm assuming if they made a video about it, the chimp was doing something, at least moderately interesting. From
Right.
if they made a video about it, because if they just made a
Yeah.
video about a chimp got a controller in his hand and it's Minecraft on the screen, it's probably not very interesting.
Because I think I probably seen the same thing, but they were also talking about a chimp playing Pong.
Mm.
The Pong game where the ball
Yep.
bounces back and forth across the screen, but
Yep.
only using its mind. So that had an implant. The chimp there had an implant, and literally it was controlling the paddle on the screen by using its mind.
Oh yeah. See, so that it's probably doing the same thing. Then it's probably
Mhm.
like, uh, yeah. No, that's not it. Sorry. I don't think. I was trying to pull it up really quick. That was the wrong one. I'll have to find it later.
I shouldn't
Find
have
it later.
mind.
I should have had another screen to pull it up on. But but so, because what I immediately thought, like, how we talked before about like everything always has like um a good intention behind it initially, and like it's supposed to be used for people with paralysis, which is a great idea. People that lose
Mhm.
limbs. You think about like people that go to war, people that lose due to diseases or whatever, amputees, whatever the case may be. Those people being able to have that, and being able to use their functions. Uh, but then there's always the other side to it. You know, it's like, all right, did you ever play was it Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk,
Yeah,
the game?
yeah.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Basis of it is exactly this, except my like it's already been used for so many things. Everybody has this chip in their head, and then like you can upgrade your body parts and stuff like that, like your arms and legs. Like everything is like
Yeah,
pretty much robotic. You're an android, you're a real person, but you got like all these,
yeah.
different.
That sounds like the movie Ready Player One. Have
Okay,
you seen
yeah, yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. I have not seen it.
That
I have
sounds
not.
exactly like that. Like, don't want to spoil too much, but they plug into a chair, and then they're essentially
No
virtually.
chairs though. No
Yeah,
chairs.
yeah, I understand
It's
what you're
yeah,
saying. Yeah,
and it
but
yeah, and so like you carry around like you know but this chip, I mean, it allows you to do so much stuff. Like you, first of all, you could take anybody else's chip and you collect all their memories, right?
mm,
So if you take somebody's chip, like if they die or something like that, you take their chip and put it in your head, then you can see everything that they have been through and
why
all
does
this, that,
this
and the
sound?
other.
It sounds like a Marvel movie.
Dog, it was so strange because it was like you can upgrade when you and through the game, you upgrade your stats, stuff like that. You can like hack other people's head though.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah,
if it's like somebody guarding a building that you need to get into, you can hack them and make them short circuit and then just walk in, or you can make them fight somebody else. So I'm like, all right, all that, it sounds like noble until you get those people that's like, I'm hacking.
yeah. I'm hacking. I want everybody's intelligence, all that
Right.
type of stuff.
Like I'm
Yeah,
I'm I'm getting into your bank account, you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff sounds too like
that's immediately off rip. There's gonna be people like, all right, let's exploit this, or we're gonna use this for my personal gain. Like, I don't care about anybody else, but I'm about to use this for my personal gain. So
right.
that's yeah. There's always that. Like I said, they're always the dark side.
So if they make it, if they go through human trials and it gets approved and all that other stuff, you taking it?
Uh, Getting a chip implant?
Yeah.
Nah, nah. It's no, no. Technology is way too new.
Duh,
Nope.
there's way too many reasons why I wouldn't get it, but like
Yeah.
also, that like you said, I'm really big in my faith. That's like one of them mark of the beast signs. I'm like, yeah, I'm
Uh
cool
huh.
with that one.
Yeah.
I can't do that one. Like that's there's too many. Even like even if you're looking at it from like, because I know like everybody has their own religious views, right? I have mine. Everybody has their own. Even if you're looking at it just from a human standpoint, like just a worldly view, right? A worldly view, it still seems like, but why? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like I'm cool with my phone. Sometimes it might be running slow, but I don't need no chip in my head or my hand or none of that. Like, because
Right.
it just seems like, because there's stuff that goes wrong with my phone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, if something goes wrong with something in your head, I'm cool on all that.
It's yeah. That's another aspect I didn't even think about, the technical difficulties or whatever, the just maybe health complications that it could bring upon people. But yeah, and then so all this is being sold as like it's going to benefit for you, like your it'll help you. But like we said, the dark side or whatever. Elon Musk straight up said, like, when in the interview or whatever, he's like, "What does Neuralink? What is it, and what does it do?" He's like, "Well, it's a chip that we put in your brain, and we control your mind." Like,
That's
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 straight up.
That's the other thing, right? Because it's like, all right, at the end of the day, too, everything's got to be connected to some type of server or like some type of
Some
like
type of system. Yeah,
exactly, you know what I'm saying? Because even
same.
our phones, like we're all connected to something. Like if my cellular company shuts down right now, I have no phone service, so
Right.
I can't up get on the internet and do anything. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And the same thing for everybody else. Like we're all going to be at some type of like server. So if somebody just decides like let's shut all this down, then what happens to the person? You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. What does it mean everything that's enact, like everything that they've done with the chip, is it like permanent to the body, or is it, like you said, a server side upgrade where yeah, you got the chip, so you're upgraded. But once we yank that mug,
I feel like it would have to be because if you can control stuff, parts of your body with that, if somebody shuts it down, I mean, your whole body would have to shut down, right?
yeah, yeah, yep,
And
yep.
and, and I was just thinking about this too. Uh, shoot, I lost it. I lost it because it was. I was just thinking like if you can there's no you can't wipe the history, right? So anything that you think of, like say you have like this cool idea for a business, right? But
Mhm.
you don't necessarily have the funds to do it, right? And for whatever reason, there's somebody that's like, tapping in with your stuff. Now can't they just, essentially see everything that
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
see your vision and plan, like
Yeah. Cause it's
literally
like
everything.
you can't keep nothing secret now because like if you're just like, oh, let me search how to do this, and this, and they
Yeah,
see it, like, oh, yeah, I got the resources to do that. You know what I'm saying? And
true, true. Unless you pay for the upgraded version that can encrypt certain parts.
but if you ain't got the money to do your business, you probably ain't
I
got the
know.
money for that because it's gonna probably be so expensive. And it's just like I just be thinking like I don't know, like I feel like there's more things that can go wrong than can go right because
Yeah,
everything that we
for
have
real.
now, there's so many things that go wrong with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
And
mhm.
so I don't know. It just kind of creeps me out, man. It just kind of creeps me out that you know. I think there's some things we don't need.
Yeah, I think like in theory it sounds cool and all, but like you said, like it's shoot in our lifetime and couple of lifetimes, I would think that it's not going to be something that's commonplace. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But just the fact that they dabbling with it and that it's real or
yeah,
that the conception of it is here and is in the present, that is I would say that that is kind of bone chilling a little bit. Like is as cool, like I said, as cool as it sounds to say technology is advancing, that's still
hmm,
it gets to a point where it's like whoa, like
yeah,
where are we at? Like this is going to change, the fabric of human history for forever. Like if
yeah,
something like that were to happen, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like being on the forefront of that. That's crazy.
And it's almost like this too. It's like I think about like where we're at right now, right? We spend a lot of time on our phones as is. And I just say this like as a generalization. Some people don't. Some people don't really trip. But I think like as a society, we spend so much time on our phones, like we're connected to the whole world, right?
Yeah.
But because of that, I feel like we don't really have a whole lot of like real face to face social interactions with people. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
genuine interactions because everything we do is through our phone. Like, we order our food, we order, maybe you order your groceries and you shop all these things. Like you talk to people, like we're like right now we're on Zoom doing this, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because one is convenient and then we can just be in our own space. But I feel like at the same time, it's as we're able to socialize with the world, it makes us more closed off almost, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
we're we can be in a room with people, right? And I've seen this.
Hmm.
And I do this too. I'm guilty of this. But we can be in a room with people, but we'll be on our phone interacting with the world. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like this is where we're at in the world. So imagine like if everybody's like locked in with these chips, like you would I feel like it would make it sounds weird, but I feel like it would make us even more closed off because we'll probably spend so much more time, you know, in our heads about stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know how to explain it because it's such a foreign concept. But I feel like there's a way that there's a reason. Like we'll be so closed off. We'll be connected to everybody, but closed off even more.
Yeah. I mean, like I from what you just said, kind of what I gather from that is like, I can see where like in my eyes. So I was part of like growing up, being young, being on the internet when it was starting to boom. So like AOL,
Hmm.
chat rooms like that. being part of like online forums, online communities. It felt like a sense of community, low key. Like
Hmm.
you'd be like, all right, I'll just go online, chat with people who have the same interests. And then it's like, okay, I don't need to leave the crib or go out and interact with people outside.
Hmm.
So I see that for real becoming more prevalent today, and like in the younger kids just being connected, like being part of communities, or like the
Yeah.
streamers like doing all that type of stuff,
Yeah.
being really locked in to the internet, like really the
Yeah.
internet and not really the outside world. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I see. That's kind of how I interpret what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see it in today's how it's happening today. What through my lens at least. So it's like I said, like you find community online. It's like you find everybody that likes the same stuff as you, and
Yeah.
then maybe you go outside. It's like, oh, I feel socially awkward, or these people they don't like the same stuff I do. I just go talk to people online, and now it's like this is
Yeah.
chat rooms, like it's video conference rooms, stuff like that. It's like
Yeah.
I guess they probably feel more connected in that sense.
Because I'm just thinking like though, like if people are putting an implant in their head, a chip in your head, and you can just literally do everything just by thinking about it, what reason would you have to go outside?
Yeah, you for real, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like so
Mhm.
that's why I say like I feel like
Unless you
it'll just
really
make
enjoy it.
people, yeah, it'll make people more closed off because like I don't need to leave my house. Like, dog, I want Chick-fil-A. Order me, boom, boom, boom.
Order
And then
DoorDash, Chick-fil-A.
yeah. And then it'll probably get to by that point, it'll probably be a point where it's like drones dropping your food off.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
who's gonna want to get out and deliver at that point? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, but I don't know. I just it just kind of creeps me out, man, because I feel like, all right, so with that, there was if our technology is moving in that direction, right, we're getting to that level. There was a movie,
Mhm.
and we talked about it, called Paradise on Netflix, right,
Right.
where
Right.
it seems like it takes all this stuff, and there's a whole nother level to technology, right? So in this movie Paradise, as you watch it, I'm explaining to the people that or
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah. May not
Uh,
have.
Essentially, just the basis of it. You can go watch it for yourself on Netflix. I haven't finished it. I ain't gonna lie, but it is good though. Essentially, you can trade your time for money, right? Meaning, like, if you're say you're a young person, you're like 20 years old, you can be like, hey, I'll give you 15 years of my life, that time of my life, for I don't know X amount of dollars, whatever it's worth, $50,000 or $500,000, whatever it's worth, right? And so then when they collect on that, you lose 15 years of your life immediate, just like that, right? They do the little, I don't know, it's like surgery. It looked like a surgery process or something that they
Yeah.
had to
Like
do.
a little
So like,
surgery.
yeah, so like the other person gets that 15 years that you're giving it to, they give you the money, and then now you're 35 instead of 20 or
Mhm.
whatever you were, wherever you started. All right. If you were in a situation, right? If life were like that, if society were like that, are you ever at any point thinking that you're gonna buy or sell time of your life?
That's-
And I'll say this,
Yeah.
being in the current situation you're in now, like you're not poor, you're not
Yeah.
like the billionaire or
Yeah.
nothing like that,
Mhm.
but you're like where
Mhm.
you're at right now in society, your social status. Would you want to buy or sell any of your time?
Uh, no. I mean, honestly, no. Um, I mean, maybe I would consider selling a year, depending on the rate is going. Yeah. But no, I wouldn't.
Let's
Being
give
where
it
I'm
let's
at now,
let's give it
like
let's give it a price. Let's give it a price. 1 year is
right,
ah
1 year.
1 year is uh
They said
I
38 years was 2.5 million.
38 years is 2.5 million. Okay. So
Yeah,
what is that?
it was over in Germany, but
Let's just take that. Let's how much is that for per year then?
um,
It sounds like good money, huh?
uh hell no.
Oh, not?
I
Oh,
mean,
how much is it?
it's It's cool. Low key, it's cool. Like
How
it'd
much?
be 65.7K,
Oh,
65,789.
so basically, what maybe an average person makes in a year,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around there,
Mm-hmm.
like
A
like
little,
a
yeah,
probably
a
like
little above average.
a middle class, like
Yeah,
a
middle class for
middle
sure.
class,
Yep.
65 a year. All right. So for 65 a year, I know you're not taking that. Never
No,
mind.
heck
Never
no.
mind.
Heck no.
I
That's
know
what
you're not
I'm
taking that. I already had the idea, man. What's up, LeBron?
saying.
I already had an idea of what's
I would definitely not take that. What would you? Well, like what's
for
the price
60.
point for you?
No, for
Okay,
65. No.
whatever.
And
What
to sell 1 year,
hypothetically a year, hypothetically, any price, name your
what
price.
what would be the price for me to sell 1 year, just 1 year?
Yeah, just 1 year. We just
Oh, oh, hey, look, hey, my time is
it's
valuable. My time
right.
is valuable. So I'm if I were in that society and I'm selling time and I'm selling just 1 year,
Mhm.
I'm talking about it gotta be at least 100 mil.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
It's
like, I
it's
like these recent lottery prices, bro. This
yeah.
million price, dog.
It might sound
Something like
ridiculous,
that.
but dog, like a year? Do you know
Yeah.
how much a year? 365 days?
So yeah, like even though you may feel like nothing's happened in however many years you've been alive, yeah, so much can happen in a year, bro.
Bro, because
So
you just
much.
never know, like you just never know what can happen. If somebody takes a year of your life and something tragic happens and now you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
Yeah.
that's not nah. I'm cool on that, bro. Like,
Yeah. But to think like the way they spin it is, you still living in recent society. Like you don't miss a beat. You just age. Like your body just gets old. So
okay, okay, but you saw old girl, she sold like what, that 40 years? Yeah. Now you selling 40 years for
no,
exactly. You see what I'm saying?
no, to
Because
mortgage my crib, no.
she sold 40
She,
years and she went from
she
her
sold
20s,
40 years for a 30-year mortgage. No.
bro. And
Yeah.
the house burned down. Nah, I'm cool, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
cool because it's not worth it. It's not worth, especially for it was just an apartment too. It wasn't even like a house, like,
Yeah.
but it was a
Yeah.
luxury apartment. But
Hmm.
still, like she put 40 years on the line. I'm like,
Years.
nah, bro. Bro,
Dang.
hold on. LeBron
That is.
said life insurance, 200 million non-taxable. Ah, that's beautiful. Hey, LeBron,
Yes, sir.
hey, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
200 million non-taxable. Yeah, then we talking. Then we talking. I forgot to even
Mhm.
add that. No
Yeah,
taxes.
that's facts. Facts. Yep.
No taxes.
Straight
Cause
up.
bro, a year is just I don't know. I think when you hit a certain point in life, you start realizing how valuable that time is. Because like when you're a
Yes.
kid,
Yes.
that's how they was getting some folks though. Cause like he talked at
Hmm.
the beginning, he was talking to like a teenager. The dude was like
18. He's
16.
like,
Yeah,
I just
18.
turned 18. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you that young, you don't really value time in this. Well, I don't want to say you don't value. You don't look at time in the same way
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
like that's still that age where you like feel immortal and you feel like, oh man, I got all this time in the world.
Yep.
So, at 18, my answer would probably be very different. But
Yeah. But looking back at it, like those are the like 18, like he's selling 15 years from 18. He's skipping some of the time of his life where he would be most immortal, like
yeah,
becoming a man, being at his peak strength, stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yup,
you're
yup.
right.
He's
You're
missing
right.
that
You
type of
selling you
time.
selling all of your college years, or if you go to college, like the college years, we had great time.
Yup,
That was like 5 years right there. And
yup.
it was a lot that happened in that time. And then after that, bro, 10 more years after that, were like for me, bro, I had a great time. There were some struggles, but
Yeah, for real.
the
Yeah.
last 15 years have been amazing. So I couldn't imagine selling it to somebody and missing it.
It's a
You know what
lot
I
to
mean?
learn. Yeah, it's a lot to learn within that time period. A lot of growing. And you don't even realize it.
Man, yeah,
Yeah.
that I feel so that's why I bring that up because I feel like, we talk about like we say mm, movies are not really far from reality, right? Like
Mhm.
they're getting it from somewhere. So somebody's trying to figure out, and I feel like people have always been trying to, especially people with money, have always been trying to figure out how to get like immortality, long life, a longer life or whatever it may be. Like there was there was an emperor or something like that that used to, like, I don't know, he was like drinking some type of concoction to like try to live longer or something like
Uh,
that, and he ended up poisoning himself and dying. But like that's just a side note. But I just think about like people will do anything to try to get, extra time. So if you think about it like from that standpoint of like if people are willing to do X, Y, and Z to get my time, why would I just give it away? You know what
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean?
That
60,
yeah, that alone lets you know how valuable it is.
yeah,
You can't get it back, huh? Well, in these circumstances, you can,
yeah, yeah,
but yes, it's like you can't get it back.
yeah. Yeah, I'm cool on all that. But if they were to attach, because I feel like that's something that would be like a well, that's video game term. I'll use a real life world term. I was about to say DLC, but I'll just say like that'd be that'd be like a update for like the Neuralink.
Uh,
I feel like for the Neuralink, that'd be an update. They'd be like, yeah, we go update to the 3.0, and now you could trade time with people. Now you could, and it's just like, oh, but I didn't think about this though. What if, hear me out. What if you got a relative, right? And your
mhm,
relative, I don't know, they sick or something, and but it's terminal. And you could trade them, you can give them because the doctor says, oh, they only got like 6 months left. But you can get them, you can get them some time
mhm, mhm.
to live longer.
Yeah,
And but it's not like a distant relative, it's like a close relative. Like this is somebody close to you.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to say nobody, I don't want to say nobody like because I don't want to put that out there. But you know what I mean? But like
yeah,
what you
yeah.
doing?
Ooh, man. So is you said it's terminal, so no matter what, it's
Yeah, they
there.
they still gonna,
So
yeah, it's still there.
but
Like
you
it's
just
still
gonna
because
give
it's,
them, you just
yeah,
prolong it.
yeah, you
Okay.
just giving them more time.
I mean, yeah, it would be. I would figure it probably would be a conversation, but I don't know if just like thinking if I were in that situation, like if I were the sick person, I wouldn't want my family to prolong the inevitable. Like
Yeah,
if it was maybe if there's like business or something had to be done, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But like I wouldn't, nah, I wouldn't want my family to do that for me. Like
yeah.
we would take that time that we know we got and embrace that and make the best of it. That's how I would hope my family members would kind of see it like that.
I can feel that because like when you now when you say that, when you think about it, like it's almost it's almost a punishment
Hmm.
because if you if you giving them more time just to be sick,
Yeah,
'cause they still
exactly.
sick. Like
Yeah,
now, if it was like if you give them time, I probably should have said you give them time and they can live,
like reverse
like it
or
would
heal
reverse it.
or something like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
probably should have said that. But even still, like I don't know because I feel like I don't know. That's a tough thing. Because like you said, like
that's
if it's
super.
if it's the shoes on the other foot, would you really want your loved one to take time from their days that they could be using living? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
valid. I like how you did that. I like how you flipped that because on the other side, I wouldn't want that either. I wouldn't want
yeah,
nobody to give me.
no, that yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That whole situation would just be wild. Like, hey, you
Because
know,
now I think about like now, if they give me the time, what if they get sick and then like you
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Now they could have had that time, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, yep.
It
So it's something. Yeah, it's kind of
you said give
it's
me
heavy to think about. There's so many layers to it and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
but like surface level, I wouldn't see myself messing with that type of technology. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy. That's too invasive, man. It's too invasive.
Very invasive. Very invasive. That's life control. That's life
Yeah.
control, bro. It's like, yeah, that's just think we control, like people will say, oh, the government controls us and we controlled by the government, the system. Like then we really would be like there would be no there would be no doubt in that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now we will definitely become a hive mindset at that point. Like it wouldn't, but we wouldn't have an option anymore.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's crazy. That's crazy. I saw this is a side note. This is kind of going back to another
Mhm.
topic we did a while back because I just saw this today, and so I had to bring it up. Terry Crews.
Yep.
Yeah, so he was like, there was like an interview he did that basically he was like, he was all for, or it seemed like he was all for like being able to be like AI. He said he's already done body scans. And so he was all for it because he was like, man, he was like, think about it. My grandkids can watch me in prime form, still doing stuff 50 years after I'm gone or whatever.
They could watch
What-
old movies and stuff. All
That's
right. Invalid.
the
Funny.
point of a movie, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, for real.
I love the Friday movies, bro. I watch all them over and over again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need a new movie because it's
Nah,
probably not gonna be very good anyway.
exactly. That's what I'm
Movies are
thinking
getting
too.
trash now, but
Yeah. So 50 years, my grandkids can watch me in prime form, make new stuff. Well, they can watch the old stuff. They
right,
can watch White Girls. They can watch they can watch Everybody Hates Chris. Like there's hella seasons of that.
bro,
Uh,
for real. Like it's like
yeah.
because you can't even I just don't feel like no matter how great technology is gonna get or how great like the AI is gonna get, it still can't capture the essence of who a person was.
Right,
Because there's
right.
this thing about like like
Yeah.
AI has to be like perfect, right? It's all about
Hmm.
perfecting, you know, these, these flaws. But the perfect thing, and it sounds cliche, but the perfect thing about humans is that we're imperfect, right?
Perfect. Yeah. What's the purpose of improv in that case
Right.
then? Yeah.
You can't
So
improv because it's all gonna have to be like
exactly.
to some extent it's scripted. Like it has to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
just don't think that there's ever gonna be a point where AI is gonna be able to do so much and copy so much, but it's not gonna be able to get like the uniqueness of a person. It's
Yep.
still gonna feel, at least in my opinion, maybe there's a way down the road, but I don't see
Um
it.
excuse me. Dang. I was just watching this YouTube video about some YouTuber that quit YouTubing and turned his channel to all AI. And
Hmm.
it's like yeah, it's his voice or whatever, but it's
Yeah,
straight up AI. It's like you can tell that it's AI.
yeah,
That's how I see it. Like in today's like it's improv. That's what I'm trying to get at. The
yeah,
whole thing is improv. It's all AI, script to video to all that,
yeah,
and it's just like it seems like a jumble mess. That's all it is for real.
yeah. I,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. Like I just, teach his own, I guess. Teach his own.
Yeah.
I think we open Pandora's box in technology. And here we are. I think it's just only gonna get wilder, you know what I mean? And depending on who you are in society and what your interests are, you can either love it, you can hate it, or you can really not care about it. I'm like in the part of like I don't care about it, but I don't want to say hate it. Like I just like I'm like in between that middle part, like
Yeah.
because
I
it's
don't know. Before our conversations, I've been pretty oblivious to this type of stuff. So
for real.
dang, yeah, it's been. I guess that would put me on the don't care part
Yeah.
of the spectrum. But yeah, I can say I don't love it. I can tell you that much.
I think yeah, and it's like I think I've only became aware of it because like I be watching like other podcasts and like listening to other, and I'd be like, oh man, so then it makes me go look it up, and try to
Hmm. Hmm.
figure out what's going on because I'm like, man, like all this stuff is going on, I just didn't even know about it, and it's just really, I don't know, it kind of creeps me out a little bit. At the
Yeah,
same time, it's like it's fascinating on the aspect of like, man, people are really, you know, got really creative with technology, but at the same time is creepy because it's like, man, they've gotten really creative with technology, and you know, it's only going to get, I don't, like I said, it's either for whoever you are, it's either gonna get worse or better, but it's yeah, it's only gonna keep, like you
accelerate
said, keep going up. So
exponentially.
yeah, we got less than a minute here. But what I want to say is this. We're gonna continue going with these. We got to get our page and stuff set up right. But
Yeah.
anyways, um, we appreciate y'all. You watching. Go and watch the other ones. Watch this one, and then continue watching with us, moving forward. And I'll get better. I promise. I will get better. And we're gonna have like an intro and all the other stuff. We'll get that going. But we love y'all. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.